How are we doing, live audience? How are we doing, internet? They're not as loud as you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to start the live meltdown? Please welcome your host of mine, Mr. Morris Bartlett! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hi, live human beings. How are you? I like that. Look at you. Look at you all sitting in seats and having meat bodies that are oozing pustulence out of them, being gross and separated apart. This is wonderful. Hi. I'm so fucking excited. This is the only cool thing that's happened my entire week. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the Meltdown. I am Morris Bartlett, and you are going to have a great time. Are you prepared for that? Great. Okay. A lot of you have been to the Meltdown before or seen the Meltdown on the internet. So you know what's going to happen here. For those of you who don't, here's what it is. I am a medium acceptable comedian, and that gives me access to a bunch of actually good fucking comedians. And I, up until recently, have watched all of their shit over and over and over and over and fucking over again until I could do all their acts by heart with the pauses and the rhythm. And I said, you know what? Enough of that. That's enough. We're not doing that anymore. Give me your weird. Give me your pet projects. Give me your strange ass shit. And that's what I've demanded, and only about half of them are going to comply. The other half are almost certainly going to do their material, and I am going to sit there with my arms crossed, making a face at them, and they will know, okay? I'm going to drill holes in their... But we're going to see probably some like experimental weird ass shit tonight. So that means there are going to be two kinds of comedy. We are going to have the cutting edgest, freshest, hottest, most wonderful comedy tonight. Are you prepared for weird ass great comedy? But also, because we're asking all of our comedians to take risks, some of them are inevitably going to fall on their fucking faces, okay? They're going to break their noses, their teeth are going to spread everywhere, they're going to try and pick them up, and we are going to laugh because we are small and evil in our hearts. Do you guys have room in your hearts for bad comedy tonight? I like them. They're a little bit evil. There is a deal, though. All right. We consider those comedians who take a risk and fall apart. We consider them necessary sacrifices. We consider them like the cosmonauts we shot into space with no plan to get down. We consider them like the people that we sacrifice at the top of an Aztec pyramid to get the sunrise back, all right? So we love them and adore them, and if you see one of our comedians do that, then I don't know, just buy them some drugs or something. That seems to be how they run, all right? Love them afterwards. Hate them in the moment, love them afterwards. Okay. I remember how to do this. Hi, my name is Morris Bartlett. I am your virtual friend. I am the king of this tiny little box. I am joined, of course, as always, by my only friend with actual talent, the band leader of the vast and complicated Meltdown band. He's on stage with me all the time. Please give a little love to our one and only Ty Alt. Good. And tonight's going to be a hell of a fucking show, I think.
Hell yeah.
The lineup's decent. The lineup's very decent. I'm very happy with it. We're going to have Miss Peugeot. We're going to have Byron Bertram. We're going to have Justin Nickel. We're going to have a talk about sex by a dude who probably has not had as much sex as you think he has. It's going to be good.
No, you'll see him and be like, that's exactly as much sex as I think he's had.
Yeah? Yeah. I mean, he seems like what sex he's had has been very questionable, and that ages you. The odometer spins faster if you're making poor decisions. Am I correct?
Questions about myself now, I'll be honest with you.
Bro, I got to be real with you. That's true. How was your... Hi, Ty. How have you been?
I'm good, man.
What's been going on with you?
Bro, We don't have a cokehead living
We don't have
downstairs anymore. Give it up!
By the way, did you hear that? That's a whole room full of cheers and clapping and laughing. Oh, I love this, and I want to lick everybody's teeth. This is great. I'm not going to do it because it's apparently illegal now, but as soon as 2021 hits, come back. I'm going to lick all your teeth. Yeah, we don't have a cokehead in the basement anymore, and we picked up a free kitchen table out of it.
We did get a free kitchen table out of it. We almost got a bunch of other free shit too if you're into like soiled mattresses.
Yeah, for sure.
And like
we went. Yeah, absolutely.
So I go downstairs when she's gone, right? She's left.
Oh, and it smells like death.
And I open the door, like Morris is still asleep, and I open the door, and it's like, right, and I'm like,
bats flew out.
This is not good.
No.
I'm gonna come back here with a safe friend.
Right.
This is not.
Yeah, this was a two-man job of going and finding out.
So we go down there with like the same suits that the government grabbed ET in.
Yep.
You know, just full on Walter White fucking hazmat suits.
The mattress is there and it's black. She clearly does not sleep with sheets.
Yeah, sleep country. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad.
Oh, dude.
So we go to the bathroom, and then I open up one of the drawers, and it's just a plate with a bunch of free fentanyl on it.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
cocaine,
it was a coke plate, which, as a cokehead, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take all your coke with you everywhere you go. There wasn't a lot there, but you probably could have scraped up a line if you were aggressive.
Yeah, as someone who had to kick cocaine, I was like, what a fucking waste.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then Morris just stupidly just poured it down the drain.
I just poured it down the fucking... Oh, hello, welcome. Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. That's perfect. You're right on time. Yeah.
So that was so that's a super positive. We're dealing with that. We're gonna clear it out.
Yeah.
There's a gorgeous basement suite for rent if anyone's looking for it.
It will be gorgeous, I promise. I don't know. Other things that have happened. We have lined up our first interview guest.
We got to interview with the lumberjack people.
Holy shit!
So
do you guys
excited.
know about this? He fell in love with a lumberjack the other week. We both fell in love, to be fair, but he started stalking the lumberjack. I only just openly speculated about what his dick tastes like. He went after him. What did you do?
It tastes like pine.
Pine.
Yeah.
Pretty hard wood, boy.
Fucking fairly hard wood.
Fairly hard wood.
So, like, I gave him this huge message, right? Just like, we're the biggest fans. We love your mustache.
We represent a very important show on the West Coast here.
He just lied to this poor lumberjack as much as I could. And he just got back and he's like, yeah, sounds good, bud. That was it.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to ask him all the worst questions. I'm going to ask him what the lumberjack groupies are like.
Yeah, that's mainly what we want to talk to him, actually.
Honestly, I want to know what lumberjack groupies are like.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know, like cowboy groupies, they're buckle bunnies. They're an echo of cowboys, right?
I only know like the hockey groupies, like the puck sluts. That's what I grew up.
Yeah, right. So they're like an echo of the dude they're trying to chase. So what does a half lumberjack chick look like? That's a druid, right? Like that man's wife will be a witch. Is that not the case? If you're a deep woods dude, you're only gonna find deep woods chicks, and that's tree planters, man.
You are one flannel away from being a deep woods dude, by the way.
I own that flannel.
Yes, I love it.
I got a haircut, so I'm allowed in city limits now. I don't know. A couple other things have happened. We got a collector's item. We didn't realize that we were saving it for a collection, but we bought some groceries, and then the next day, we found out that the existence of Aunt Jemima is racist. So now we have one of those, like, cute pre-something or other, like, totems of racism in our fridge, and I want to keep it and just bust it out only at special occasions, right?
Being racist to all the other foods too. It's like, don't touch me.
Racist syrup. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, I love how in getting rid of Aunt Jemima, they destroyed a job for a perfectly suited black woman. Great. Just saying. Right? I don't know, man. A lot of the things going on lately seem schizophrenic, don't they? Like,
just a tad.
What?
Just a tad.
Yeah, like, okay. I mean, I have said this before. Forgive me if you've, but like, they were saying that we should cancel the police, and they canceled the TV show Cops. You know what I'm talking about? They've been tearing down statues, even though I'm pretty sure a statue hasn't attacked anybody other than that one dude that got hit by a statue while he was tearing it down. I don't. What are we doing here? Let's remain on topic, guys. Let's be focused here. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so what I'm saying
On
is,
topic
at some point I am going to retire off of the racist syrup. I'm going to sell it to somebody, and it's going to be just like that Beanie Baby collection that got me through the early aughts. Right?
Jesus. Yeah, I remember.
Perfect. Great. Okay. Let's do it. Should we have a show?
Let's get a
Let's have
show
a
on the
fucking
road.
show. Are you guys ready for a show? Okay. Our first act for the evening, she's the fucking star of this. She's going to be famous and we're not. She's a delight. She's just one of God's own sweetest creations. She was made by hand. She spends most of her Saturdays stuck up trees. She's a delight. I love her. You're going to love her too. You already love her. Let's get her up here. It's Jessica Peugeot.
Mic condom on, face condom off. Hello, Ty.
Hi. Bonjour, Peugeot.
Oh, hello, everybody. This is the most people I've been in a room with since before the end times. So it's very nice to see you all. I am both terrified and pleased. This is very new stuff, by which I mean it was bad, and then I hated it, and then I shoved it in the closet, and then I dug it up again, and now I'm going to tell it to you, and I hope that you hate me less this time. Last week I got my bike stolen.
It's true.
But don't worry, it was stolen by the cops. Well, to be fair to the police, what happened was a man tried to steal it who wasn't a police. Then a police saw the man trying to steal it, and then he stole it before the man could steal it. And it took me 4 days to get it back. I'm very thankful to that man. His name is Constable Fedora. And I wish that was a joke. His name is Constable Zachary Fedora. And I dearly hope that he was old enough that in middle school that hadn't developed a connotation yet. This is the first time I felt sorry for the police, and I don't know how to feel about it. And it's funny because the most criminal thing I ever do was that when I know that my friends are throwing a rager, what I like to do is the next morning when they're all passed out sticky against a floor, I like to get a sack of flour and a couple eggs. I walk over to their house, I take some block picks and I break in. And I make breakfast. I call it a B&E. The police are making inquiries and they are very confused. This is going well so far. I shall spend no time in the shame closet today. And isn't it weird that the government is spying on us, and we know the government is spying on us, and we all just sort of decided that that's okay? Like 20 years ago, if you saw a man naked on the street screaming about how the TV's watching you back, you'd be like, oh, that guy's crazy. But nowadays, it's just like, yeah. How do you think Dora the Explorer knows every move you make? She watches me. But it's not just the government spying on us, right? It's also Facebook and Amazon and Wendy's. Big Baconator is watching. And like, why does Target need to know my postal code? Come back with a warrant, Costco. I'm slightly winded. I'm just very angry at Costco because I can't go there and get free samples anymore because people touch them with their fingers and that means death. And like, I think the most insane part about how much corporations know about us is how they don't understand us at all. Like, I checked Google Analytics recently. And according to Google, I am a 60-year-old Lithuanian Jew with a passion for high-end sports car and home renovation, which is a very specific kind of midlife crisis. Like, my targeted ads are all this weird combination of woodworking, adultery-based dating sites, and Zionist propaganda. I don't want to go on birthright. I just look like this, I'm Catholic. And like, my phone tracks everything from my show schedule to my 10 top favorite songs, to my exact position on the face of the earth, and my hourly updated rectal temperature. But like, every time I try to misspell the word ennui, it still autocorrects to Enugu, which is a city in southern Nigeria that I had also never heard of. And like, maybe it's not fair of me to judge a 5-ounce computer for its language skills, but my brain is approximately 3 pounds of unusually clever gelatin. And I don't even have satellites or backup servers. And you know for a fact it's not ducking phone. Let Jessica swear. Poop. And there's nothing more useless or frustrating than getting mad at a large corporation. Like, you can call them, you can yell till you're blue in the face, but no one in that call center has any more control over this than you do. Like, Verizon may have slipped in a clause in their contract allowing the CEO to eat deep-fried pet guinea pigs and personally launch my grandma into the sun, but Mandeep from customer service had nothing to do with it. You have done me no wrong, Mandeep. And when I am ready for my Kill Bill-style rampage of rage, you're off the list. Call in sick next Thursday, Mandeep. And like, my roommate and I, we actually called up our internet company recently because we wanted to Welsh them into extending our student discount because we're cheap. I am not learning anything, but I wasn't learning anything in school either, so, you know, come on. And due to an administrative error, they are now billing us a negative $35 a month. And like, we called them. We asked, and they assured us very firmly that that was correct, ma'am. So now they are paying me $35 a month to stream every episode of Game of Thrones in 8K Ultra HD simultaneously. I'm not even watching them. It just feels like a shame to waste the bandwidth. Like, they owe us around $300 by now. And I'm wondering, do I send this to collections? Or do I just pay 2 sweaty men with a crowbar to show up to their national headquarters? I don't know. And as part of our Bizarro World new internet package, they actually gave us bundled phone, landline, and cable, which we have not installed and probably never will. I will fully admit with you, as much as I would love to watch season 87 of Who Wants to Be a Bachelor, I'm sorry, I'm pausing for time because I am in fact winded. I cannot breathe and I don't think it's the vid. And like, it feels like enough people have crossed over to cell phones and enough landline users have died due to natural selection that now telemarketers have crossed the divide and joined us. And I'm not a violent or vengeful person, all evidence to the contrary. But if we added the death penalty to unsolicited scam robocalls, I would only be mildly conflicted. I yearn for death. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Tell you Wendy's to fuck off.
Right? Right, everybody? Give her some love. This feels like a real fucking comedy show again, doesn't it?
It does.
Look at how we're sporadically packed to the gills. This is fantastic.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, listen, I am awestruck by this turnout. This is as full as we could get it.
Yeah.
Alistair was losing his mind fitting you all in here. This is fantastic. I'm so excited. Okay, let's bring on more comedians.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, your next act could probably sell you a pill if you asked real nicely, or at least that's what he looks like. He is destined someday to recreate the movie Falling Down. That's funny for only me, I guess. That's fine. He's a certified weirdo. It's my pleasure to have him. Let us welcome to the stage little Keller James, everyone.
I gotta hold on to that. You remember when he talked about the educational thing? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, right? So in light of the current end of the world, a lot of schools ended up shutting down for a while, so a lot of kids missed out on a portion of their education. So that made me think that is the best time to capitalize and bring out my new educational program on someone else's show, Learnology. So, all right, for the people at home, you're all sitting already. Sit down, you fucking dolt. It is time for me to learn you something. I'm Keller James, and this is the Sex Talk. I'm gonna be real. When I started writing this, I thought it was gonna be easy. Like when I was younger, the Sex Talk was a day, not even a full day, just like 2 hours on a Thursday. But when I'm looking up the curriculum, it starts in fucking kindergarten now. No one's surprised by that. It starts, in kindergarten, it's mostly don't get in the van with the weird guy with the trench coat. But, like, it's still there. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to cut it down to the bare minimum because I've done fine with that. So, puberty, that disgusting, shameful thing your body does to tell you it's time to start making more dudes. Puberty happens in boys and girls differently, honestly. In girls, it starts between ages 10 and 14. In boys, it starts between ages of 12 and 16. Now, and puberty happens in stages, 5 stages. They call them the Tanner stages, the Danny Tanner stages. I'm glad someone else found that funny. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever, but I was going to keep going with it. Danny Tanner stage 1. All right, this is the pre-puberty stage. Nothing happens, really. This is just when, like, the brain, okay, there's a lot of big words in this, so I'm going to look at it. You won't see a fucking, it's a complete waste of time to try and find a difference. The hypothalamus begins to release gonadotropin-releasing hormone, GnRH. Do I know what those words mean? Absolutely not. But we're going to pretend I do. GnRH travels to the pituitary gland, which is a small gland in your brain, the soft thing in your head that tells you to do things. Yeah, it sends a hormone to tell your body, do shit. Yeah. Danny Tanner stage 2, electric boogaloo. All right, the second stage marks the beginning of physical changes. I really hated writing these words. Honestly, it makes me even more uncomfortable to talk about them while I was rehearsing in the car ride here. But yeah, where the fuck am I? So in girls, the boobs start growing, but according to Healthline.com, they're not called boobs yet. They're called buds. Which... It's gross. It's really gross. But no, I don't like it either, but we just had a month-long 420, so fucking blaze it, pussy. For boys, your balls get a little bit bigger, and a little bit of pubes start growing, and that's it. Danny Tanner stage 3. For girls, this is generally after age 12. The buds, I want to throw up every time I say it. They continue growing, and the pubic hair gets thicker and curlier. This is the stage armpit hair starts to appear as well, And the highest growth rate for the hair begins, which is 3.2 inches a year. And whoever's job it was to find that out, you're a fucking creep. All right? This is also when acne starts on the face and back, and fat tissue go on the hips and thighs. For boys, you may notice growth in the penis and testicles. If you don't notice growth, that's okay. Dudes with small dicks find love too. That's what I tell myself. Wet dreams start around now. You may think that's embarrassing, and you're right, but it's totally natural. It happens. Which reminds me, masturbation is a normal and healthy thing to do. And listen, while doing research, I found out a lot of schools in North America don't teach this shit. They don't say that masturbation is totally okay. So I'm gonna run through everything that good happens. I didn't say I was teaching English. Everything that good happens when you masturbate. It relieves sexual tension, reduces stress, improves your sleep quality, improves your self-esteem and body image, which is really important as a teenager. Where was it? Yep, that part. It helps treat sexual problems. It relieves menstrual cramps and muscle tension, and it strengthens muscle tone in the pelvic and anal regions. Where was I? The gross thing your body does. Right, okay. Yeah, that's right here. You may also notice your muscles get larger as well as you get taller, and your voice starts changing. You'll notice it crack, and instead of how you normally sound, you'll sound more like the teenager from The Simpsons. Danny Tanner, stage 4. We're almost done. For the puberty. There's more. I no longer have to refer to them as buds, because, like, thank God, right? Oh, thank the fucking Lord. They're boobs now. This is when typically you'll get your first period between the ages of 12 and 14, but it could happen earlier, apparently. There's a lot of vague language in this. I've never had one. I'm not much of an expert. I can't tell you how that works, other than what I found out on the internet. Your pubes will get thicker as well, and your height will slow down. I honestly am regretting putting the puberty talk in here. You might see the sweat of me being like, it's gross, right? It's gross. Your body's gross. For boys, this shit changes around 14. Cock, balls, and scrotum all grow. The scrotum apparently gets darker too. And yeah, we're almost done. Your armpits will start to grow hair, so wear some fucking deodorant. If there's any underage people watch it, wear deodorant, for fuck's sake. You don't smell good. You smell like old buttered chicken. It's terrible. Acne will start to appear on the face and back as well. You also may notice your friends start to call you a pizza face gargoyle. That's part of growing up. You're okay. Stage 5, the final goddamn stage. This marks the end of your physical maturation. For girls, the boobs reach the approximate side of adulthood. Periods become regular, and you reach your adult height. And then the pubes fill towards the thighs, and your bum grows. And yeah. For boys, your genitals I get way more laughs when I'm talking about the boys, and I think it's because it sounds disgusting when a grown man is talking about, like, yeah. You're right in believing that, all right? It gets better. For boys, your genitals reach full adult size, and the pubic hair fills out just the same as the girls. You might start growing facial hair as well, or not. You might just be stuck like me in your 20s looking like a baby back bitch, looking like how Justin Long does forever. I'm still a man, goddammit, all right? Maybe I'm not more like he is, but you don't know. You don't know, but yeah, I'm so envious of you, sir. Yeah, puberty is over. Now it's time to move on how babies are made. And spoiler, storks don't deliver them. And I've also never heard of anybody eating a stork, so I don't think those animals have a purpose, other than to just lie to people. I'm just saying, maybe we don't need every animal, right? Yeah. But yeah, pregnancy. To start with the basis of how babies are made. When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, or get drunk at a Motley Crue concert, they do what is called sex. And which in the heteronormative reproductory sense is when you basically stick the penis in the vagina and do hip-hop dances until one or preferably both of you feel good in a way only replicated by eating freshly baked banana bread with melted butter on top. It's just as good as that, I promise. I'm not gonna say it's better, I'm not a liar. But yeah. You're right? If you're ever in Chilliwack, go to Yellow Deli. They're really good. They're a cult.
That's a strip club, isn't it?
No, it's a cult that makes sandwiches.
Yeah, well, good.
East Van banana bread.
Yeah.
Same thing. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh yeah, so once you've flossed enough, or whatever the fuck people are doing for dance moves now, the guy will ejaculate, which feels awesome for the guy. For the girl, I assume it's the same as when your parents say shit like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like when the guy comes, yeah. Yeah, so the sperm, the cum enters the pussy, and the sperm goes through the fallopian tubes, reaches the nearest egg. You're making a face, Byron. I know. But let's get more detailed with it. This is, after all, an educational program. It all begins in the ovaries, which are two almond-shaped glands on either side of the uterus. Ovaries come fully stocked right from birth. Women are born with 1 to 2 million eggs, more than you'll ever fucking need, all right? You have a Costco amount of eggs. And just like with Costco, you'll have more than you'll ever need in your life. You'll release about 400 from like the first period to menopause, 45 to 55. Yeah, I did way too much research on this. This took
You didn't have to look at the page for that one.
What? Yeah.
If you have your hand with your dick while you're doing it, it's not research.
I didn't.
It's
No,
not.
I didn't have my
Shit.
my clothes were fully on for most of it. Yeah, the menstrual cycle. Instead of being an Eastern European conveyor belt of dudes like I thought as a child, it's a 28-day ovulation cycle. For those of you who don't know, during this cycle, between days 9 and 21, the egg reaches maturity in one of the two ovaries, and then is quickly released and enters the nearest fallopian tube. This release is called ovulation, and it starts the clock on conception. You can actually map it out, which I learned from the hit Rob Schneider blockbuster Benchwarmers. And it's also the reason why I ask every sexual partner I have, how close are you to midnight? Because in my life, having a child would be very similar to a nuclear holocaust. The egg only lives for 24 hours after it's released, so if you want a baby, hop to it. On the off chance you don't get knocked up, the ovary stops producing the hormones, and you get your period, or as a friend of mine in middle school called it Shark Week, which never really made sense to me because he hated blood, and like sharks are attracted to blood. That's a different lesson. Yeah. As for how sperm is made, we are constantly producing sperm. We are jizz factories, all right? Making millions every day. It takes like 64 to 72 days for new ones, but we're making it all the time. And every time you nut to Mia Malkova's videos, you launch 250 million sperm cells, which is similar to the population of Pakistan. Ready for it to get weird? It's about to get weird. It gets weirder, yeah. So in order to produce healthy spunk, your balls have to be at 94 degrees Fahrenheit or 34 degrees Celsius. 2 degrees cooler than your body, like than the normal body temperature. I'm the one that found that as an interesting fact. Cool. All right. So despite your ability to launch a Pakistan amount of baby batter every time, sperm are a lot like Highlanders. There can be only one. Even with twins, there's only one sperm cell. And what determines the birth gender is if the sperm cell is carrying the X or Y chromosome. Guys starting to turn on me with the chromosome talk. X chromosomes make chicks at birth, like Y chromosome makes dudes. However you want to identify after that is totally up to you. You're totally free to do so, unless it's a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan, because stitches get snitches. I said that backwards. Shit. He's a pedophile. You didn't know that? I spend all my time on the internet. I sell weed and go on the internet legally.
All the
Yes.
After the sperm contacts the egg, you're officially preggers. And 9 months later, a fucking baby pops out. And then you name that kid like Kyle or some shit, because God died a long time ago, and yeah, love is not real. Now let's talk about STIs. All right, this is the last bit. Or as I was taught, STDs, because we didn't have STIs yet, and how to avoid them, because they're gross. I can't show you visuals, and you should feel lucky for that. STI stands for sexually transmitted infection. These are the curable ones. STD, not curable. They're a disease. And And I'm not gonna go through all of them just because I'm from Chilliwack and you'll probably think that I'm talking from experience. So let's start with chlamydia. Chlamydia is a common infection that is curable with the right treatment, but doesn't always show symptoms, which is a great reason to get tested regularly.
Yeah. Those can only be the sounds of Jessica Peugeot. I know those hands anywhere.
Oh, fuck. This is what I do with my free time. This is why you should get tested if you are very sexually active, which that phrase always made me laugh, because like the phrase sexually active makes me think of like a fuck gym, like a gym where one would go to fuck in the most athletic ways possible. Google the, where was it? The erotic accordion or passion propeller if you ever want to feel like the laziest sack of shit when you're in bed. Yeah, those are things. I found it on BuzzFeed. Yeah. Neither is coronavirus, according to my neighbors. Not my neighbors, just the other people in Chilliwack. It's small, we're all neighbors. Where the fuck was I? Chlamydia is transferred through sex, vaginally, orally, or through anal, also known as my three favorite things in anatomy. Crabs, aka pubic lice. God, I hate that. Crabs are hard to see, so that means you could have them right now. And they could be anywhere. They could be in your pubes, obviously. They could be in your eyebrows, your armpits, your eyelashes, your mustache. They could be anywhere.
I feel threatened right now. Yeah.
The way to know if you have them is if you start feeling itchy. Well, do you feel itchy? Do you feel itchy?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
You might want to get tested. It's curable. Like, you can get rid of it with a 1% permethrin solution. If that doesn't work, shave it. Shave your entire body. Become fresh all again. Become a slippery, scaly manfish. Moving on to genital herpes, also known as the Dennis Rodman disease. It's a common virus that affects the skin, cervix, genitals, and some other parts of the body. Usually shows up in the mouth. It could be passed along by swapping spit, or it could be passed to the genital if you're swallowing your partner's meat scepter, or if you lick the raspberry cave. That's a phrase people use, right? Raspberry cave, gross. He said it was gonna be weird, okay? He said that at the start.
I fucking delivered.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't have friends in school.
You see him almost feel good there for a second?
Yeah. I almost had pride in myself until I realized what I was for. You can pass it on anally as well. I'm starting to figure out that you can pass it on like through all sex, but anally, which is making me realize that every douchebag I've ever talked to was lying when they said that anal was a safe way to go. Syphilis, also known as the curable STI that has made just as much historical impact as incest. That's right. There's a lot of incest through history. You can cure it with with penicillin, and it has affected the likes of Oscar Wilde, Al Capone, Friedrich Nietzsche, Adolf Hitler, and Charles Baudelaire. No relation to the Baudelaire children from Serious Unfortunate Events. There's other historical figures that were listed, like Christopher Columbus, Benito Mussolini, and Ivan the Terrible, but those could be just rumors. Basically, if you're a historical douche, you probably had syphilis. There's 4 stages of syphilis, which I'm going to call the Van Gogh stages. First one, you might notice a firm, round sore around the affected area. Yeah, you're not dreaming. You might have crabs. It's usually around the genitals or the shit slit, asshole, whatever. Van Gogh stage 2, this is just a laundry list of symptoms, so I'm just going to rapid fire. A non-itchy rash of brownish red spots on the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, lesions in the mucous membrane like the vocal hole, mouth, baby cannon, and shit slit, swollen lymph nodes, hair loss, headaches, weight loss, muscle aches, fatigue, and finally a fever. This could mean you have syphilis or that you've been arguing with one of those stupid All Lives Matter people on the internet. If you're an All Lives Matter, you're dumb. You're fucking dumb. That's it. Van Gogh stage 3. This is the stage that your symptoms will disappear, like your dad after he went for that pack of smokes 13 years ago. He's not coming back. But the bacteria remains, and you can still pass it on to your loved ones, unlike your dad, who your loved ones will probably never meet. Stage 4, this is where shit gets real. Okay, it's all been real, but like, this is where it becomes life-threatening. If you don't, yeah, if you got to this stage, just take the fucking pills. Yeah. Life-threatening complications can affect the brain, nervous system, heart, eyes, and several other organs. Symptoms depend on which part of your fucking inventory you use to contract syphilis. Symptoms of syphilis only occur 21 days after 21 days, which is a long time, which means if you're a baller-ass bitch like me, you might have to call like 2 people. Like if you're busy. Finally, the one you've all been waiting for, AIDS, HIV. That thing that killed Queen. AIDS. Everyone has AIDS. However you want to refer to it. I remember my dad, it's a scary thing. My dad told me when I was a kid that only 2 things scared him in the 80s, and that was AIDS and the Russians. So it's pretty serious, yeah. HIV is an infection that attacks the immune system, and sex isn't the only way to get it. You can also get it just through needles or I think sharing a straw. I forgot to add that part. HIV leaves a person more likely to contract other diseases, sexual and the other one. Without treatment, you could die. Once you have HIV, it presents itself in the body's liquids. Cum, blood, vaginal and rectal juices. I didn't have to say juices, but aren't you glad I did? And tit milk. Which means that there is a chance breast milk could kill you. It has, and it probably will again. There's a silver lining to this terrifying infection, though. It's treatable. Not curable, but treatable. And treatable to a point where, with treatment, you can render the virus undetectable. This means that with treatment, the amount of virus in your blood is so small, blood tests can't detect it. And you also can't pass it on at that point, that's great news. You can't pass on AIDS like I couldn't pass high school. Now you're probably asking, but Keller, great educator of the dumbasses, how do I prevent myself from catching one of these diseases? And honestly, the answer is pretty simple. Wear a fucking condom. You're adults, why do I have to? What? All right, oh, you're agreeing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really easy thing to do. I thought you were trying to like stop me. I'm very close to being done. Yeah, just wear a condom, that's it. Like that's the best way we have. This little rubber thing, or lambskin if you have an allergy, which I don't believe you. That's all you need to prevent yourself. It confuses me when people are still surprised every time they get a positive test result or they end up pregnant. It's like, oh, my pull-out game's so strong. It's like your hairline, which I know. You realize there's like pre-cum is still cum, right? That little dribble that comes out that you don't feel and it's just there. Yeah, that can still knock you up. I'll leave you with this. I don't want you to think that like I'm shaming sex and like having as much sex as you want. Have it. Like just be safe and get tested. Like I've been saying since the start of this pandemic, the hoe must go on. You want to know what feels way worse than fucking with a condom? The clap. All right, that's it. Any questions? Too bad. Class dismissed.
I think I need a break. Holy shit, what was that? Oh, wow. Okay, listen, guys, I promised you some weird-ass shit. Did I fucking deliver or what? Give some love to Keller, Jane. That said, I have some fucking questions. Firstly, are you a freelance sex educator now? Because no, ew. You should not be allowed around children. I'm just saying, was that your audition tape? Because that was a weird one. It was a lot. I feel like I've learned nothing except that I can still be grossed out by sex stuff, which is great because I have not been laid in this calendar year. I claim extenuating circumstances, and now I feel like I don't have to. Now I feel like I don't have to. So that's damn. Makes me want to go shave my head. Okay. Great. My favorite band leader in the whole world is also actually a comedian. Did you know that? He's not just an actual talented person, but he has jokes occasionally as well. So he pops a set on us every once in a while, and that's what's going to happen next. Are you guys prepared for that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our love to the one and only band leader of the Meltdown Band, Tyler Bisonold. What is up, fam?
How are we doing? Give it up for Keller. Looking like the most aggressive Jehovah's Witness I've ever seen in my life, right? I never had a Jehovah's Witness try to push condoms on me so fucking much in my life, right? You ever got Jesus in your life, motherfucker? Like, okay, gee, I guess I'll join the church. Jesus Christ. How are we doing, everyone? You good? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. You're okay. That's my mother. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I dressed up a little bit for you guys tonight. I wore my super sexy purple underwear. Woo, yeah, I got these underwear from my boyfriend. It's not creepy. I promise you that. So here's what happened. He works for Saks Underwear, right? Great company. They make great underwear. I mentioned to my mom, I'm like, I could use some more underwear, which is sun code for, Jesus Christ, I need some more fucking underwear right now. It's disgusting, right? He is on the road slanging Ginch, right? This amazing guy. He's such a nice guy. He sends me a whole box of like brand new Saks underwear. I'm like, this is amazing, but I know that I have to send this guy a thank you for the underwear text, who's my mom's boyfriend. I don't know if you can tell, but I did not have a whole lot of male role models growing up. I don't know what gave it away. This is the purple underwear, me prancing around. Yeah, right? Some of you are like, is he gay? You don't know, do you? Huh. And I know what? I'm going to just let that simmer because I think it's funny for me, right? So I got to send him a text, but my anxiety level's like going up. I don't know, they're really comfortable underwear. They're really comfortable. What do I say? I'm like, oh, thanks for the underwear. Thanks. My dick feels great. Send. So I read that back to myself, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, wait, does he know what I mean? Of course he knows what I mean. Does he know what I meant? Of course he knows what I mean. I mean, he wears the same underwear, so his dick must feel good. I'm glad your dick feels good, too. Send! No! What the fuck is wrong with me? Right? And then I just go into like a full like ex-girlfriend fucking honest. I'm just thinking that it's nice that we have something else in common other than, my mom's vagina. You're going into it. I came out of it. It's a whole thing. Is he here tonight? Yes, he is. He's right here. All right. Thank you for the underwear. Right? Yeah. 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 I don't know why you had to send me the ones with the Confederate flag on them. That was kind of fucked up, though. Oh, and now you hate them. Now, no more Confederate flags. I'm just gonna do this piece because I'm working on it. So, you guys see the NASCAR ban the use of the Confederate flag? Yeah, they're like, we ban it from all of the events. All of them. How many of these flags were you psychos flying exactly? Right? Did it just look like the Dukes of Hazzard just fucking Well, that's when the boys noticed systemic racism was an epic problem in this country. And maybe Daisy was uncomfortable wearing those shorts in front of her uncle. Right? No wonder black people don't fuck with NASCAR, right? They're showing up to the Daytona 500. There's nothing but just Confederate flag after Confederate flag and a giant sign that reads, #1 race in America. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go play basketball. Fuck this. Fuck this shit, right? One of the drivers, Bubba Wallace, you guys know he's one of the, probably the only black driver ever in NASCAR, I'm gonna assume, right? They found a noose in the garage of him, which is fucking brutal, right? Yeah, then a couple days later, turns out, not an actual noose, it's just the pulley that they used to close the garage door with. Nobody saw this? When you invited the black guy to come drive for your team? Like, hey, Billy, maybe we ought to get rid of that rope hanging thing in the front, right? How the fuck did you miss this? How do you have a multi-million-dollar car and the way you close the garage for it is... So fucking stupid, right? But everyone's changing stuff, right? No more this. The Dixie Chicks even changed their name, right? They're now known as just the bitches. I wanted to do that joke like Norm Macdonald. Be like, yeah, they changed the name to the bitches. It felt like the normiest. That's basically all I wanted to do tonight. I do want to thank you guys so very much. Morris and I have been working at this. We were doing 2 shows a week at home, and you guys were so awesome and support us during this whole thing. So we're so glad that we were able to do this live in front of you again. So thank you guys so much for supporting the Meltdown. Ladies and gentlemen, your host of mine, Mr. Morris Bartlett.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we're being a little bit over the top about how much we appreciate seeing actual human faces again. But I don't know about you, but I have been alone in my room for 4 months, so fuck you. I've got something to celebrate. You're sitting right side stage, so you're going to get one too. You can use that later at any time that you deem appropriate. We're just going to celebrate a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah. I'm so glad there wasn't glitter in that.
I was going to say, we're so glad there's no glitter.
I had a huge... I checked with Alistair beforehand. He was like, if there is fucking glitter in that, you're cleaning the curtains yourself.
Yes.
Cool. Great. Well, I want you to do that whenever you think the show needs a celebration. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Jordan is our custodian of the rest of the confetti. So live with that, everyone. Also, the next act's coming up. I'm sorry to do that to them, but we have 2 acts. One of them's excited. I can see him skipping rope right now. I know, right? He has a bunch of mixed news, like, for instance, recently a flight of Boston Dynamics drones burnt down his Bitcoin farm. So that's why he looks sad all the time. But I think he's going to probably tell you about his good news coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him some love. It's my pleasure to bring you the one and only Justin Nickel.
Thank you. We're going to need you all to lower your expectations really quickly. It's been a rough couple months, man. I know it's been a rough couple months for you guys. It's been a real rough couple months for me. Especially the last couple weeks, it's been really rough, man. And I needed to come down and burn off some steam here. So thank you, Morris, for having me. Thank you, Tyler, for having me. Let me speak my mind here. It's been rough, man. Me and my wife both lost our jobs due to COVID. I actually lost 2 jobs. She lost her job. We got a baby due in 3 months. And our landlord is evicting us as soon as possible. And if I was a better comic, I'd have a joke about that, but I don't. so I'm just here hoping that you give me a pity laugh, and you did, so thank you so much. Recently just found out we have an ant infestation, and I didn't even get mad. I just laughed about it. I just saw the ants when I woke up this morning. I'm like, what are like 2 fucking asshole angels up in heaven? They're like, well, they lost their jobs. They have a kid. Oh, there was also complications with the birth, and they were really scared about that. Had to be in the hospital for 3 days. What else can we throw at him, Tom? He's like, I don't know, fucking ants, maybe? He'll find it hilarious. He'll talk about it at a comedy show where it looks like a bunch of Antifa people are fucking checking me out to like recruit me or something. You don't look like Antifa ninjas. I'm just gonna be honest with you. How you doing, man? Cool. Is that a new thing, the mustache? Yeah? Are you his girlfriend? Did you green light that thing? Oh, okay, so you inherited it? I can't tell, it's really deceiving, dude. I don't know if you're an 18-year-old Italian plumber or a 85-year-old Italian plumber. I like it. All right, I wanted to give a shout out to the main man here, Morris, my boy. Really appreciate you having me, man. Morris looks like a couple's sex educator that runs out of his fucking van. Where's always his van? And Ty. Oh yeah, sorry. Give it up for Chris D'Elia, everybody. Chris D'Elia. That was great. It's like fucking. He's like, I'm gonna teach him how to do sex ed for fucking teenage girls and creep them all the fuck out. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have a fucking jeans so tight you can read what brand of cigarette I smoke. The whole time in his set, I'm just like, De Maurier? Does that say De Maurier? You fucking creep. You know what? He lost us right around like pubic area, right? And then he bailed on his set right around chlamydia. There you go. And then he kind of teetered out and then just got a second win right around AIDS. Did you notice that? Told you. Whoa! This is great. By the way, give it up for Tyler, our music guy for the night. I've already said this to Tyler, but Tyler looks like if you ordered Chad Kroger off of Wish.com. Yeah. Look at this photograph. I don't even know. You want me to do jokes now? Okay, I'll do jokes. I am a father. I'm a new father. Beautiful baby girl. Thank you very much. Well, not new. She's like 20 months old, right? And if you ever want to know what it's like to be a father, I just want you to imagine waking up in the morning at 7 in the morning to someone throwing an iPhone directly in your fucking face. That's like out of 5 of how bad you can wake up when you have a fucking 20-month-old. That's not even a 6, okay? She's captured me as an emotional hostage now. Like, no matter what I do, everything's a fucking meltdown. I'm sure any parents in the audience know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know Tyler was probably a nightmare at some point. He's an artist, so he was probably an asshole at some point, right?
At some point.
Yes, that's
Always to this day.
Yeah, like the other day, my daughter has a complete 5-alarm meltdown because I wouldn't let her put sand in her milk. Okay. she just fucking hits the deck, forehead to the fucking curb, just like, Mom! People are looking at me like I'm beating her or something. I'm like, good thing I got another one coming. This one's fucking broken. An idiot. You're a bad dad. It's weird when you're 20-month-old. Like, I love her to death. She's the light of my life, man. And the love that I have for her is just unconditional and insurmountable. Like, it's weird, though, because I don't ever want to see her hurt. I never want to see her hurt. But when she gets hurt and she needs her dada, that shit's fucking like the heroin of love, okay? Because, like, she gets hurt, she falls down and scrapes her knee. And, like, if she's really hurt, then you're just concerned, right? Like, you're just like, okay, you got to rush over here. But there's a type of cry where you know that she just wants to hug you for 10 minutes straight, right? And it usually happens where she scrapes her knee or something, right? And then she goes, and then there's like 2 seconds of just dead air where she's gasping so she can cry way harder. And I know it's coming. I'm like, oh shit, yep, here it comes. Come here, baby. And she starts crying and she comes into my arms and I just pick her up and I just love her like, oh my God, and I start crying too. Yeah, that's unconditional love for you. All right, I'll work on that. That sounded weird. It really work? You're like, you sound just like an asshole dad who likes to see his kid cry. No, it's not. That's not who I am. But your life changes, man, in a lot of ways. Like, how old are you, bro? 25. I would blindly, with a blindfold, kill any one of you to be 25 again. Honest to God. Nothing personal. You got your life ahead of you, bro. Just shave that fucking mustache. I'm just kidding. You know, you grow up because you know you're almost going to get made fun of about it sometimes, right? Okay, so I don't mean anything by it. I love you. All right, cool. I don't want to lose him. He's laughing at my shit here. But your life changes, man, in a lot of ways. Like my wife now, she's on bed rest because we've had complications with our second baby, and she's got to chill out, right? So I got to be up every morning for my baby when she wakes up. And when she wakes up, I got to change her diaper. Usually it's a poopy diaper, right? Change her diaper, get her in the high chair, start her breakfast, get her out of the high chair, go outside, let my dog go do her business. She usually takes a poop. When I'm out there, my cat never poops in his litter box. He poops outside. Got to pick up my cat's poop. Then I got to take a poop myself because I just had my coffee. Coffee's just kicking in, right? Give my daughter her snack before lunch, right? She usually takes another poop before she goes down for a nap. I take another poop because I got digestion issues now. Look how fat I am. And so I'm dealing with 9 shits a day before noon, motherfucker. And I still got a baby on the way. That's 4 more. That's 12 shits. You don't even know. I can't even smell anymore. I can't even fucking smell. Someone just fucking called me during the set. They're like, stop talking about poo. All right. But there was, I mean, we did have complications. Like, we have some complications, and we're kind of, you know, just hanging in there, hoping for the best, and, you know, just staying positive. We have, my wife has what's called a placenta previa, which I'm sure you all are very well aware of. My wife, she's very healthy. We've had nothing but great pregnancies, but just her placenta doesn't know where the fuck to be. It's always in the wrong fucking place, right? And it sucks. It's low-hanging, really hot stuff here, right? It's low-hanging. So there are no more vaginal exams allowed until she has a baby. And when the doctor told me that, I was in the back of the room and I just went, woohoo! Because you don't know this, but when your wife is pregnant, she gets a lot of doctors finger banging her. And it's really weird. It's really awkward because every single time, do you see where this is going here? I'm her husband, right? And then some handsome fucking Jorge looking, like just straight out of Young and the Restless doctor just comes on in. He's like, hello, Jessica. Right? And like, it's just like every single week, like once a month until the birth, and then the day of the fucking birth, everyone with scrubs is under the hood here, okay? Like, I'm just like, hey, dude, mopping the floor in scrubs, you want to come in and check on this shit? You want some of this? I'll tell you that right now. When your wife's about to have birth and a doctor has his hands inside of her, it's the only time you'll ever be like, you know what she really likes? Do you know what's crazy about this? Is my wife is actually watching this live stream right now. She's gonna fucking kill me. She's gonna fucking kill me. All right. You know what? I don't know where to go after vag exam, so I'm just gonna leave you with that. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Give a little love for Justin Nickel, everybody. He is breeding. Okay. All right. We have one last comedian. Do you have room in your hearts for one more comedian? This guy is a fucking treat. He's an internationally globe-trotting crusher. I'm pretty sure he lives on a mega yacht. He's one of the elites. Ladies and gentlemen, please squeeze all the love out of your bodies for Mr. Byron Bertram.
That's right, I live in a mega yacht, a 10 square foot, $3,500 a month apartments. Mega yacht. This is interesting. People here, this is fucked up. There's 8 people here. I feel like I'm performing at a movie theater on a Monday for a film that's been out for 5 months. Half you wearing masks, looking like you're just waiting in between fucking Antifa fucking rallies. This is weird. Whatever, you can't. Why are you laughing? You should be wearing a mask when you laugh. Your fucking laugh droplets are spreading through the stratosphere, and they're gonna kill my grandmother. My grandmother's dead, but that's not the fucking point. Are you getting sick of these good fucking COVID good do-gooder fucking assholes that shame everybody on Facebook? They're like, look at these people on the beach playing frisbee, fucking Nazis. They're gonna kill everybody. They're gonna kill everybody. They're gonna kill all the old people. And if they don't kill the old people, they're going to kill people in prison. People in prison are getting COVID too. And it breaks my heart when some convicted felon gets pneumonia. Breaks my fucking heart. Oh, there's a Black Lives Rally matter. If you don't fucking go march outside, you're racist. You stay home, you fucking, or you're a murderer. You don't go outside, you're racist. Either way, you're fucked. Are you a white man? You shut up and listen, but at the same time, silence is violence, so speak up. Right? You speak up when you shut up, and you go outside when you stay home. Fuck you either way. I found a loophole, you piece of shit. I'm a good person. What I do is I wear a mask and stay at home and riot on Zoom. That way I can save my grandmother while fucking hating myself. And then I get 500 likes for whipping myself and telling everybody, #goodpersonally. Next week, don't give a fuck. New socialist, you. Occupy Wall Street, whatever. Fuck it. Selfie, That's what I hate about this hashtag activism, right? It's transparent as fuck. I saw I got some of my junk mail be like, here at Tide, we support Black Lives Matter. I'm like, thank God for that. Thank God Tide's not racist. Does anybody just be like, you know what? What really pisses me off? Didn't get an email from my favorite laundry detergent. Clearly they hate black people. And it's ironic, I got it from Tide too. So we support Black Lives Matter. Fuck you, Tide. You keep telling me to separate my whites from my colors. Go fuck yourself and your corporation. You fucking hypocrites. Here at Crest. Wait, no, you want my teeth white. Fuck you, Crest. I like when I get the Instagram influencers jumping on the whole thing, right? They're just like, and they quote Martin Luther King. It's like Britney's 17. It's like, in the words of Martin Luther King, I had a dream. That dream was, look at my tits. I'm like, thank you, Brittany. Before I saw your post, I was gonna beat up somebody of color, but after seeing your tits, I'm just gonna beat off. Thank you very much. You just prevented a hate crime by me just being a pervert. Fucking awesome. Everyone's woke. Man, I'm angry. I'm fucking angry, all right? Somebody had to fuck a bat, and now I got to perform for 4 fucking people. Half of them fucking looking like they're just mocking Muslim women. Jesus Christ. That's why I don't wear a mask, all right? Because it's cultural appropriation. All right, Justin Trudeau first is blackface. Now he's mocking Muslim ladies. It's bullshit. It's such a weird time, right? You don't know, nobody talks about terrorism anymore. That's like gone. Fucking COVID killed terrorism. I know this because I was on the fucking SkyTrain. I sneezed. Everybody looked at me like I was gonna open up my vest, right? With a fucking explosive device. It was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm not a terrorist. I just been doing cocaine. I don't have COVID. Relax. I'm just a drug addict. I feel sorry for, at least a few months ago when everybody's stuck inside, made me feel really bad for suicide bombers, made me feel bad for them, right? Because just like stand-up comedy, our chosen passion was, suspended due to social distancing. It'd be terrible being a suicide bomber. You're like, where are all the fucking people? Where are all the people? Fuck, I go to airport, no one is there. This bullshit. I go to Subway, no one is there. This is bullshit. You know what? 1-800-BELL, let's talk. Hello? I have nothing to die for. Fuck 72 virgins? Fuck 72 virgins. Have you tried to have sex with 72 virgins when they make you stand 6 feet away from them? Plus, they are all wearing masks. Well, that is normal. Yeah. But it's giving me some perspective. It makes you really realize who the heroes are, right? At 7 o'clock, we clap and we cheer, right? We clap and we cheer for all the fucking nurses in empty hospitals making TikTok videos, right? Right? The real fucking heroes, right? My neighbor beside me, every night he was clapping. He's an asshole. He's like, yeah, thanks, Grandma. I got my inheritance. It was weird. Thank you, COVID. Finally, you fucking died. Now I got $1,200. Yeah, but it makes you appreciate who the real fucking heroes are, like before girls, right? Show business. Shows like fucking celebrities. You see Matthew McConaughey now on Zoom. He looks like his homeless guy. Right, because there's no makeup, nobody's getting a fucking haircut, everybody looks disheveled. So like fucking hot dreamboats, girls don't even care about them. Last year, be like, oh my God, Ryan Gosling, oh my God, Bradley Cooper. Now they're just like, oh my God, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Oh my God, that fucking fat guy from Uber Eats who delivers Wendy at 3 in the morning. Fucking hate this disease though, right? It's terrible for comedy. It's fucking terrible. At least with AIDS, I could go see a hockey game. Right. At least with polio, I could fucking fuck a girl within 6 feet of her. Sure, my legs didn't work, but I could crawl to her. Oh, 1953. Oh, 1953. I'm single right now during COVID, and it could be lonely and it could be depressing, but man, I'm glad I'm not in a relationship because I was in an abusive relationship. She was Japanese. She probably still is if she's alive. I don't fucking care. But she was so all up and down. It was she was either like Hello Kitty soft or fucking Samurai Assassin angry. For the littlest things too, it's like, I love you, baby boo. Konnichiwa. Doborogato. Konnichiwa. Doitashimashite. I love you. Or it'd be like, you left sponge in sink. I wanted almond milk, not soy milk. Kill yourself. Hi! Fuck. I always feel like I was walking on eggshells, or in her case, rice crackers. Whatever, I fucked her, so I'm immune to racism. So my penis is immune to racism, right? Everybody's so worried about being racist, right? They're like, no, guess what I do for a living? Extra not racist. I told Facebook. Right? We're so worried. We don't really have a huge problem. Remember over a month ago, it was so easy not to be racist, right? Now it's so hard. What are you doing? So weird, you know, but I think we're shitty at racism here in Vancouver. The rest of the world, I saw real racism. You travel, you see real racism. I was in Turkey. Guy, is just like, how are you, my friend? Armenian genocide, #1. What the fuck? I was just ordering a falafel. That's fucked. The worst kind of racism you hear in a city like Vancouver is like, housing's expensive. I wonder who's to blame. I think we know. Let's just say they started a wet market in Wuhan. By the way, I'm actually, despite how edgy I seem, I'm actually a very politically correct comedian, and I just want to acknowledge what we were doing this show on unceded, empty Chinese condo territory. Okay? It's not seated because nobody's seating in it. It's an honor to perform for free for 8 people and a bunch of clown ejaculate. This is what I've always dreamed of. It's fucking great. This, you know what though? I can't complain too much. If this is the worst thing that's happened to us is, in our generation, we can't complain. You know, my grandfather fought in the Second World War, went through the Great Depression, went through Spanish influenza, First World War, all that shit. What am I going to say when I get old to a bunch of young people? You kids, wow, back in my day it was hard. In 2020, for 2 months, I had to stay at home while the government paid me $2,000 a month to play video games and whine on Facebook. It's kind of weird. I'm 42, and it's weird being 42 because I see most people I perform in front of are younger than me. And before, but when I was in my 20s, people in their 40s could talk about how life was a little harder. Maybe I can't do that. What am I going to do to kids? They're like, you kids got it easy. You see, back in my day, homeless people didn't even take tap. Back in my day, if you wanted to take a dick pic, you had to wait an hour outside of London Drugs to get it developed. Back in my day, after we finished masturbating, we had to rewind the tape. That's man, but the world, we'll get through this. 100 years ago, we got to keep things into perspective historically, because 100 years ago, everything would kill you. 100 years ago, everything would kill you. If you made it past 50 in 1920, you're doing good, because everything would kill you. And it'd be like, seatbelts? What are those? Who cares? We got top hats. Bam, bam. You don't need a mask. You're a hockey goalie, not a bank robber. You got typhoid fever? No problem. These smallpox blankets should keep you warm. You got syphilis? I'll write you a prescription for asbestos. Of course, there's a smoking section in this hydrogen blimp. Penicillin? Never heard of it. Sounds queer. I wonder if that's the noise men made in the 1920s and 30s when they're having sex. I mean, like, you like that? I'm gonna explode a bunch of confetti out of my cock. You like that? Yeah, you like that, you dirty little Jezebel? Yeah, you see, you little 2-bit suffragette? Did I catch you trying to vote behind my back? Oh. Yeah, I'll make you a fucking pussy suffrage. You see that? I'll stick in your Great Depression. I'll make your panties drop like the stock market in 1929. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my cock's on fire. I'm going to explode like the Hindenburg. Hey, man, it's great to do some comedy in front of human beings, despite the fact that there's only 10 of you. You guys seem awesome. Keep supporting stand-up comedy. Hope this bullshit virus ends, and we all have fun again. Good night!
Give it up for Byron Bertram, everyone. Excellent. Okay. All right. Did you guys have a good fucking time? I promised you 2 things tonight. I promised you good comedy. Did you get good comedy? I promised you bad comedy. Did you get bad comedy? All right. I know they didn't make you pay on the way in, but I haven't earned a stitch in 4 months, so maybe shove me $15 on your way out. You've been the best. We're every single fucking week. Come back. RSVP, because we got to do this for a while. But come back. I love you. Internet, thanks for coming along. This has been The Meltdown. Thank you. Good night. VancouverComedy.ca.